Hi guys, day 3 of giving back. Today we're doing knees. Lots of people suffer from knee pain. We're going to explain why and go through everything, go through the rehab. Obviously there's lots of different reasons, but we're doing some generic stuff which may help you guys. We've had a couple of requests, one for plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, and one for sciatic pain, which we're going to be doing over the next few days. So knees. Now knees are just big shock absorbers, okay? Now a lot of knee pain comes from something pulling on the knee and the knee being off centre, so that when you plant, when you walk or you run, the knee's not going down level, so you get too much wear in one part of the knee. Patella, could be meniscus, could be lots of different things. Now, think of it like a tyre on a car. When the tracking's out, the wheel just wears in one spot. So what we need to do is release everything off that is attached to the knees coming from the hips. Okay, so hamstrings, IT, adductors, quads, hip flexors, all need to be released off so that the knee is level when you walk or run. This prevents a lot of knee pain. Now, what I like to do with my dog oil, this is not for dogs by the way, this is for people, it's just got rapeseed oil in it, and it's also got just petroleum jelly, but it's a nice anti-inflammatory. You stick it on your knees, and then what you do is while you go through a range, like just extending, I've got my knees slightly raised by the way, I start to massage my knees out. Now this is great little gentle rehab you can do yourself at home, and it's just little gentle massage. As you're going through the range, you're just massaging the knees out. Now, you can spend lots of time doing this. The idea is that you're putting blood into the knees and you're just releasing everything off. Now, it's just a nice way to just really warm the knees up before exercise and releases everything off. What we're going to do next, when the knees are warm, is go through the actual knee rehab session. So now we've done all our little warm-up massage and we've got our knees nice and warm, we're going to go through the actual pulse raising and stretching to do the knee rehab. So, back nice and straight. You don't have to do this on a fit ball, it just gives you a nice straight back, okay? You can do this if you haven't got a fit ball, you don't have to use one. So I'm just going to, my toes and knees are out, I'm just going to go down about an inch or so. Now, if you feel any pain in the knees doing this, then clearly just don't do this. You can avoid anything that's too heavy, all right? Usually when you just do a very slight movement, it doesn't hurt. It would hurt if you've got dodgy knees and you go too low, you could get some pain. So it's all about range. Just go a little bit to start with. Even if it's just millimetres, that's fine. Then turn the toes in. We're just starting to pump some blood in. Then nice and close. Again, don't go too deep. It's all about what you can do. Don't force the range. Listen to your body, okay? Once we've done that, we take the ball down. We then put the knees and feet together, like so. And again, same thing, don't go like this to start with. Just listen to the body. Tiny little movement, knee pumps. Now lads, you sometimes need to move the furniture, okay? If you know what I mean. Now, small circles. Small circles, okay? Lovely. Then, now a lot of people can't do this if they haven't got good range. Heel into the butt. Now if you can't do this one, what you've got to do is just come over and use a bench or a chair, put your knee on the chair. Now hopefully you've got someone with you that can help you and raise your foot up a little bit. So the idea is to be able to just grab the foot and pull it up. Now if you put the weight of the knee on the bench, it's a lot easier than doing it free. Now if you can't do that, all you need to do is just kneel down on it and just try and stretch it a little bit like that. It's not ideal, it's better to lift it. Okay, now the idea is, if you keep going through this, the whole thing, and you keep do a little bit more, you start again, and you'll find, oh, I can go a little bit more, it's not hurting so much, or it's a little bit better, oh yeah, that feels good. Okay, then you'll find as you keep going, your knee pumps can go deeper, your rotations are better, and each time you do it, it gets a bit freer, and then you'll find, oh yeah, look, that feels really good. Now, if you haven't got good range of motion, don't do this one, okay? This is more advanced, because the quads are attached to the hip flexor, so this is a hip flexor stretch, but you shouldn't do this if you're a beginner. This is advanced, okay? Please don't do this if you're a beginner. Now what I'm doing is I'm stretching my hip flexor into my quad, so I'm getting more benefit from that. Then when I do that, obviously I can see that this gets looser. Alright, so that's knees, that's just getting the knees going. Hope you enjoyed it today. Cheers.